you putting this movie together. Briefly tell everyone what made you decide that you wanted to tell the story of the Black Panthers and how you got started with doing that.
I think, for a filmmaker, to start on any project, there's a lot of reasons. You can say there's one reason, I wanted to change the world or something like that. But it's not simple, simple as that. I mean, I thought it was a great story. I was 15 or so when the Panthers came into being. I was living here in New York. This was something totally different. I was swayed by not only the rhetoric and what they were saying, but also by the look, like everybody else. Then there's the filmmaker reasons. I thought that there were just incredible witnesses, people who were still alive who could tell the story. I thought the story hadn't been told. I knew there was great footage. I knew there were great stills, great music, and we really wanted to take you back into that period with the stills and the music. So there's a lot of reasons, and also, I tried in the work I do. I made a number of historical films. It's not to have films that kind of exist in what I call the historical bubble. That they have something to do with our lives today and really reflect on our lives today. And I thought this story did that. I had no idea that it would reflect as much as it does on our lives, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, no one, I don't think, could have predicted 2 years ago or so, at the point where you were like, okay, here's our release date, we know when this is going to be in theaters, we know who's showing it, that we would be living in this moment where there's a group of young people, young Black people primarily, in places like Ferguson, Baltimore, New York, that are poised to go down in history if they choose to organize themselves in a certain way, in the way that the Black Panthers have. So what's it like to see these young people doing the sort of work that Huey and Bobby were doing in this film in real time while you're screening this film across the country?
We're living in an incredible historical moment. We showed the film last Saturday in Ferguson. I went to Ferguson for the first time last Saturday, and we had a free screening for the community in Ferguson, which was great. There were a lot of young people, young activists there. I think for the film, obviously, it's made the way people look at this film and this story totally different. We were in the edit room and we're nervous about this. I mean, this is a film that in some ways is about Negroes with guns, which is a scary thing for this country. But I think that it's hard to argue, as you might have, a year or two ago, with the idea that some of the central ideas of the Black Panthers, which started because they felt that they needed to defend themselves from the police. So, I think that it's changed the whole dynamic of this film. What's happening today. We're hoping that people can use this both as kind of a good and bad. There's great things that can be taken from the Panthers' lesson, but it's also a cautionary tale of what can happen.
And I think maybe too, we're reflecting how maybe it took us, quote unquote, forever to make this film to actually be right on time. Trying to wrap up the film, we're, in some ways you're in that producerial filmmaker role, trying to get it finished and, meet the deadlines, and then, you come out of the edit room bubble and then you're looking at your Twitter feed or your CNN or whatever news, and I just could not believe what I was seeing, in real time, in real life, while I'm in the edit room going, wait, didn't I just see that, but in black and white footage? So it was definitely, we just could not have predicted that at all.
And I think one of the great things, it's a funny thing when you make a film like this, because after you've seen it so many times, a lot of times you go out and you walk around the block or whatever, and you come back. You always come back at the end, so I see the last 5 minutes of the film over and over and over again. And I think for this, when they go back through the 10-point program, it's just amazing. We want an end to police brutality. We want an education for our people. We want better housing. We're still in that same moment that we were, in 1966.